What happened to Tower Defense Simulator? I mean, it's been doing better than it ever has. Each update just feels greater than the last. Something just feels different and I don't know what. I guess it started back in 2019, back when I started playing at its release. Things were simple. I was in middle school and there were only like 9 towers. The game was going crazy, insanely popular, and a lot of fun. And right now, the game has a lot in store for its future. Tower Defense Simulator has a simple look to it, but looking back at it, it looks so weird. There were only like 8 maps to choose from. Winter, Infernal Abyss, Castle, you know the deal. Only a few modes were there, and overall, it was just a blast. I remember having tons of fun playing with my friends occasionally and waiting for what the next update was about. Soon after, the game had a bunch of new additional features. Some being, you will now be able to see which area you will be able to place your towers on. You don't know how bad it was when you didn't know where you could place your towers. The Swords Fights on the Heights event was finally added, as well as the Gladiator. The Outlaw, which completely changed the game, and the new Mega update, which completely remapped the whole entire game. New events including the addition of new event towers including the Commando, Slasher, Frost Splasher, and Holiday Archer. This year was incredible for the game and showed everyone what the game could really be. 2020 came around and I continued to have terrible social skills. Tower Defense Simulator was booming, until of course, the pandemic hit. I mean, aside from the pandemic, school is now online, meaning a full day of slacking off. But not just for me, the entire world. And with that, Tower Defense Simulator was on the rise. And with the influx of new Roblox players, Paradox and Games had to take advantage of this, which led this year being even better than last year. 9 new updates were added, making this the second most we'll ever get in a year. Egg on 2020 update, which completely opened the game to new players, proving to be monumental for the game's newfound success. But then, the hardcore mode update was announced to be on August 1st, 2020. But this will later end in a delay to August 29th. Oh yeah, did I mention that this event was actually going to be a live event? With all the hype and anticipation for the new hardcore mode update, it brought the game to over 100,000 different unique players. And with all the months of leaks and teasers, it all led up to this one moment. It was a disaster. Players had to wait an hour and a half just for all the data to be transferred to the new game. But even after that, there were still data migration issues and a numerous amount of bugs, with one being the Archer Tower costing a single coin in the shop. Yeah, it's safe to say this update was a disaster, but at least it was relaunched a month later and it was actually working this time. Going into 2021, we had some amazing updates. So we got the April Fool's 2021 update and it was kinda cool. The Among Us enemy was kinda cool but scary at the same time. Plus we got a cool badge for killing it, so that's nice. But the real hype came off with the Frost Invasion and Solar Eclipse updates. First, let's start off with the Frost Invasion update. This update was one of the best, introducing a new 8-lane map with the new addition of one of the coolest event gameplays we've ever seen. Okay, where do I begin? I mean, the enemies were so unique and fresh, the boss for this event was amazing, the gameplay was super fun, and where do I start about the Sledger Tower? I mean, the Sledger was perhaps one of the funnest towers on release, and I mean, it literally did this. You can't say this tower wasn't fun on release. Oh yeah, in the summer, this happened. This completely broke the game and honestly, in my opinion, ruined the game since it made it too easy to win promotions of Hardcore and Outpost 32. But I mean, at least it wasn't long-lived, it was patched pretty quickly. Moving on to the best update in TDS, aka the Solar Eclipse update. I say about this update, I mean it was perfect in every single way. There are 4 nights unlocked every 2 days, which all had 4 different unique bosses and a bunch of new enemies. It was honestly just a crazy time to be in for TDS. Everything was going so well until the Executioner's release. Problem with the Executioner on release is that it could literally do an infinite amount of damage in a few seconds if done correct, but it was quickly patched the next day. Okay, it's now 2022, it's the biggest development year for TDS since there was an overall addition of 14 new update. Oh yeah, did I mention that there was now a season pass for the game? Oh yeah, and also, the game was pretty much rewritten in preparation for the Duck Hunt update. Yeah, that's what happened to the enemy system update, but it literally went unnoticed. Move on to another catastrophic update known as the Duck Hunt update. I mean, this update was just a huge mess. If you want the full story, then watch my video going over this update to help the most controversial update in TDS. But anyways, in summary, the engine was just trash and this event kinda sucked. Moving on to the Pluto Wastelands 2 update. This update was literally just the literal embodiment of amazing. It just brought back so many memories, plus the mode was just an honest banger. It's now the end of the summer update and not much was added here besides some kinda cursed skins, but I guess it's cool. Okay, here's an update I can actually get behind. The Badlands 2 update. This update just reworked the cowboy in pretty much every single way. Plus it added Badlands back to the spotlight, so that pretty much gives us some extra points. Oh yeah, it also has a secret challenge to complete for the new Badlands cowboy skin. Oh yeah, and this was just added. And finally, the Tower Defense Simulator FNAF update, which was finally added for Halloween in TDS. Honestly, the best new game mode added to TDS. Oh yeah, plus has a secret challenge for the game mode activated when you use a shotgunner, scout, minigunner, and commander while beating this mode with 3 other people. The Vineline update was just added and it was honestly really bad as it's now 2023. It's finally 2023 and the Valentine's update was just added and I guess it was cool. And it's already over. It's now March 2023 and a bunch of new buffs were added. I guess they're cool, but please just buff the archer. Come on, please. And here we are, 4 years later and I still have horrible soldier skills. I'd say Tower Defense Simulator is going to do well for many years to come. Sure, there are some pretty bad things which happened, but the game is in a constant rise with new players coming every update. That being said, it might end up in a balloons tower defense situation, where there are just so many new towers it's impossible to balance, and the developers just run dry with creative ideas. But none of them answers the question on why Tower Defense Simulator feels so different. But there's no real answer to that, as it's just how you perceive the game over the years.